Greetings and salutations, gamers. This is John the Gamer 64, the legend, the one and only, and yours truly. Duke Nukem has always been one of my favorite video game action heroes of all time. Needless to say, I love the Duke Nukem series. What with its explosive, gun-toting, in-your-face action and raunchy humor. What's not to like? Exploring the shooting game genre, it started off as a side-scrolling shooter, then first-person, and eventually a third-person shooter. As far as the third-person shooters were concerned, Duke Nukem Zero Hour was my absolute favorite. Today we'll be going over my top 10 favorite levels in Duke Nukem Zero Hour. Before we start the list, I'll start by saying this will not include boss levels. Boss fights don't really constitute as full-fledged levels. So, let's kick it off with number 10. Number 10. Mean Streets. There's nothing like the hustle and bustle of the big city that is New York. Even during an alien invasion, you can still hear cars honking, even helicopters flying overhead. In this huge expansive level, you'll be exploring parking garages, alleyways, power stations, etc. The sheer amount of detail in the Big Apple is rather amazing. It really brings the city to life. One of the best aspects would be the storefronts and posters that have dirty jokes. Just don't get caught in the booby trap because you may find something cheeky. I love how they also poke fun at both Turok and GoldenEye, two other action games that happen to be on Nintendo 64. Coincidence? I think not. Number 9. Jailbreak. I'm pretty sure Duke was thinking of Thin Lizzy at this time. Busting out of the joint with guns a-blazing is always a fun scenario in video games. The dark corridors and prison cells, accented with the beautiful pale of moonlight, brings a great sense of desolation, as does the sounds of the howling in the wind. I appreciate the little details, such as the chalk-mark tallies on the walls in each of the prison cells, and Jailbreak is definitely a rootin' tootin' good time. Number 8. Nuclear Winter. Well, looks like hell froze over. The alien menace have finally brought about the apocalypse. New York is in ruins, survivors have turned into zombies, and pigs are dressed as road warriors. Mad Max called, they want their clothes back. Doesn't get more apocalyptic than that. I do love the fact that this game sticks to the theme of each time period. This level truly invokes the cold and dark world ruled by aliens. They really drive it home with snowy weather and the darkness. Another thing I love about this level is at the cheap motel, when the zombies start breaking through the doors, it's freaking cool. Number 7. Hydrogen bomb. There's going to be a lot of lead in this Zeppelin. Shooting your way out of a crate at the beginning was a great way to start off the level. Once you reach the deck, you'll notice the fancy interior design that is reminiscent of a 5-star hotel. Even the cabins feel like a fancy hotel room. I love that you can look out the window to see the clouds passing by and the big blue sky. Speaking of the interior design, there is one interesting piece of work that caught my eye. A picture of a certain Zeppelin that crashed and burned. It was at this point I realized I'm on the Hindenburg, which crashed May 6th of 1937. The funny thing is, the year of this level is 1888. Which means the Hindenburg incident won't happen for another 49 years. Either the artist can see into the future, or he has a dark sense of humor. Here's another fun fact. If you hit the action button on this art piece, it will reveal a secret picture of another real-life incident, the Titanic, which happens to be a secret level you can unlock if you collect all the time machine pieces in the game. Definitely a cool Easter egg. Sticking with the time period, I love how the pigs in this time are dressed like British soldiers and capitalist businessmen. The ending to this level is one of the funniest things I ever seen. Take a listen.
I'm an ass kicker, not an aviator.
Yeah! Good stuff. Number 6. Up Ship Creek. You got to love a play on words. The aliens are using a riverboat as a factory for creating one of the toughest and coolest enemies in the game, the cyborg lizards. They come complete with lasers, a shield, and a gamma cannon. Throughout the level, you're always being stalked by these robo-lizards. Taking them out just to see them explode is so satisfying. As far as level design, I love how they combine the Western aesthetic with alien technology. Combining future with the past works nicely. Number 5. Probing the depths. You know, I've never really been a fan of time levels, but for this one, I'll make an exception. Those knucklehead aliens are at it again. This time around, they're trying to blow up the Earth's core with a giant warhead via minecart. Duke has to reach the core before they do within the time limit. The best way to describe this level is that it's like a Western themed roller coaster mixed with a shooting gallery. And one of the funniest things is the banjo music that accompanies it. Oh, that's just priceless. I always look forward to playing this level, as it's such a blast to play. Number 4. Alien Mother. ... Duke infiltrates the mothership and hits the motherlode of alien scum. In their last stand, they pull no punches, throwing every alien type at you, making this one of the most challenging levels in the game. I don't know what it is with aliens making their hives and spaceships out of organic alien flesh mixed with technology, but it's disgustingly cool. It's as if the ship is alive. You can even hear Duke's squishy footsteps. Definitely a nice touch. After beating the level, you are treated to a cutscene of the mothership crashing into the Statue of Liberty. Sorry, Lady Liberty. Quite the explosive level ending. Number 3. The Whitechapel Killings. So Duke is sent back to Victorian England to foil the aliens' new plan of bringing back the dead with an alien virus. I guess they took a cue from the Umbrella Corporation. Zombies and aliens? Why the hell not? The foggy cobblestone streets of Victorian England gives off an ominous presence. You never know what you'll run into next, whether it be zombie or alien. From the title of the level, I'm sure you know what's coming. A certain infamous lady killer runs into Duke. And this is truly the battle of the century. Duke Nukem, the lady savior, versus Jack the Ripper, the lady killer. Honestly, this was the best part of the entire level. Taking that psycho out was oh so satisfying. Fun fact, Jack the Ripper is an unlockable character in multiplayer mode. Speaking of killers, you may explore a certain demon barber's shop. Everything looks normal on the surface until you see a big brown square on the floor. Standing over it and pressing the action button activates a secret elevator leading to Sweeney Todd's murder cellar. It's just as disturbing as you would imagine. A blood-soaked floor, bags of body parts, and a dead body soaking in a tub of acid. Just another day in jolly old England. Number 2, Going Down. Have you ever wondered what it'd be like to be a passenger on the Titanic? Well, now's your chance. The premise of this secret level is that the aliens commandeer the Titanic to use for their evil schemes, and in order to stop them, Duke must sink it. Thankfully, there are no human passengers aboard. That is until Duke reaches a cargo hold. Right next to the cargo wall you're supposed to blow up, there's an old school Model T Ford rocking back and forth. This is a reference to the sex scene from the movie Titanic. I thought this was freaking hilarious. You know what they say, if the Model T Ford is a rockin', don't come a knockin'. The fogged up windows and the handprint was a nice touch. Now, I wonder if Duke accidentally killed Jack and Rose when he sunk the Titanic. It's like there's no way they can survive that. But I digress. The Titanic's level design is massive, and the sheer scale of it's quite impressive. The different areas of the ship, such as the cabins, kitchen, cargo hold, etc., are very well designed. This version of the Titanic is better than the actual movie. One of the best unlockables ever. And number 1, The Brothers Nukem. After kicking some alien butt through time, Duke returns to the present-day New York, only to find something's not right. Enemies from the past and future are appearing for one last-ditch effort from the alien menace. The biggest highlight of this level is Duke fighting clones of his past, present, and future selves. There's no tougher enemy than fighting oneself. This rings true as they are tougher than the cyborg lizards. The coolest Duke clone they made was the Exterminator, which is basically a Terminator version of Duke. Unlike the other iterations of Duke, this one is completely original. You can also unlock him for multiplayer mode after beating the game. Yet another awesome unlockable. So aside from the parking garage, the level design has a different layout than the Mean Streets level. For one, the sky is a minty green color, which I dig. The new areas are just as expansive and fun to explore, just like the Mean Streets were. So this concludes my list of top 10 favorite levels in Duke Nukem 0 Hour. I hope you all enjoyed, and peace out, gamers.